Okay, we should be recording. We are connection number 3. And I'm delighted to welcome Sarah Pitt as my guest this week. And like my previous fellow guests, me and Sarah met via the Office Athlete course and really a shared desire to become the very best versions of ourselves, which could be a cliche, but yeah, we're on it. So we've actually completed our Office Athlete course, 6 weeks of quite intensive training, and I'm still smiling, and Sarah is always smiling. She's known for her big smile and her enthusiasm. So, Sarah, could you explain to me what brought you to Office Athlete?
Of course. So, hi, Gary, and thank you for inviting me, because I think it's a really lovely thing that you're doing, interviewing us all. It's a really good thing for us all to be involved in. So I joined One Year No Beer last August, and I'd been thinking about stopping drinking, and I'd already stopped because I ran a marathon in 2019 and realised how good I felt. So I'd kind of fallen off it all and wanted to get back in that feel-good zone. Mm-hmm. And it just naturally came to joining the Office Athlete programme, and I'm 52 days, I think, now, which is really good. And I'm not missing it at all yet. But we've talked about this in the group, that I'm not in the lion's den with it yet, you know.
Yeah.
When Forrest lets us out.
Yeah.
You know, what's going to happen.
Sure whether I want to go out.
Whether I want to go out at all, exactly. So I really wanted to up my game as well. I wanted to have some mental clarity. I felt kind of mentally a bit sluggish. I knew I got goals. I couldn't find a way to sort of find a structure to put around it, framework. Yeah. And of course, here we are 6 weeks in, and I just feel as though anything's possible now.
Crazy.
So it's bonkers. It's just been the most incredible thing, meeting you guys as well, and having that huge uplift from everybody in the group.
Yeah.
And you've been cheering us on and leading the way.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure, but you're a very confident person. You come across very confident. Did you feel you lacked a little bit of confidence before the group, or?
It's a really good question, because in some ways I'm very confident, and others I'm just in bits. Yeah. So I've been working on that in the course. So, you know, doing something that's live, presenting yourself, telling everybody how great you are, you know, it feels like that, doesn't it, when you do a live, or if you tell everybody what your strengths are, if you tell everybody where you think you're heading. It's not a natural arena.
No.
But the more you do, and you've told us that, you know, if you keep doing it and keep practicing, it gets better. And I think you get some really good clarity doing it. So we're just practicing, and that's why we've come in the Mind Body Gym to do more.
The next stage. So yeah, we're jumping ahead a little bit of the story. So 1 year no beer, that's fine. But I understand you got involved with 1 year no beer. Was it last year? And so sober curiosity, was that something that's been within you for a while, or?
Definitely. I drank loads in my 20s. I, had lots of fun. Don't really want to regret anything, but I just feel as though I've got beyond that. I've grown up a bit now, and I need to just find a better path. So I don't like how it makes me feel. I really want it to be out of my life for good. So I haven't really told anybody that yet. I've said that it's a sort of now thing. It's an experiment.
Yeah.
I put something on my Facebook page on Friday, which was a bit of a nod towards the new me, which is a stake in the ground, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. I did the same.
Yeah.
I was 100 days just around about Christmas time. And that was the first time I went public, and it was like a real sort of coming out moment. And I felt great about it, actually. So not many people knew I was a pretty heavy drinker, but similar to Andy, that's how I found Andy. Very much resonated with his story about being a middle lane drinker. Definitely didn't have a problem. And I enjoy drink. There's no doubt about it. But it becomes too entwined with what I became. Everything I did had drink involved. And I sort of stumbled across because just wanting to try something different, being curious. And Andy's message was kind of look, you know, you'll find something. You'll find the happy place, or the fun side of the island, as he calls it. And yeah, it was around about 90 to 100 days I found it. And well, all you want to do then is find new exciting things, really.
I know. I totally resonate with all of that. And every time somebody tells me how many days they are, I feel really envious, and I just want to skip this bit and get to where they are.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel confident that I'm going to get to where you are without any blips, because I've done the blip stage and I've stopped talking about the blips now. I need to just do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard though.
It is hard, and I think it's you know, I still have the odd moment of lapse of thinking, oh, I see something. I watched a film yesterday and people was drinking champagne, and I thought, oh, that odd glass of champagne. But you know, I don't want what we're trying to do. So you know, we're both sort of training onwards with the Mind Body Gym. We've got some goals and big plans that we're both looking into. I don't want it always to be about not drinking. I'm like you. I'm taking it sort of like the cliche, one day at a time. It suits me. Why would I drink? Because I'm in a good place. And I think I worry that when we talk, and with the previous guests, if we talk about alcohol free all the time, you're going to get people switch off, because they're going to say, well, you know, I'm just don't preach to me. I'm enjoying my drink, you know. So
yeah, leave me alone. Yeah,
which is fine, isn't it? You know, like I want to socialise with drinkers, and I have done. So you know, I was sort of like I lost count of where we are in lockdowns, but we was going out socialising with friends in pubs and you know, out in gardens, not in gardens, whatever it was, and I was finding it okay, you know.
It's doable.
Crack on, haven't you?
Yeah, I know, and I think, you know, we're going to walk into a lot more of that, obviously, going forward into the summer. But actually, the more time I spend in these groups, the more confident I feel that it'll just be the background part.
Yeah.
You know, the real stuff is the goal setting and the clarity around those goals, and getting up and doing the 10x accountability, really being very specific about what you're trying to achieve. That's the real stuff now. The AF is just like, you know, at the bottom of the rung in a way, isn't it? The bottom rung of the ladder.
Yeah, definitely.
Which isn't to belittle it, because it's still a biggie. But I don't think it's.
When you came into the course, did you know much about the way it was structured with the 6 pillars and the goal setting?
No, I'd read a couple of Andy's books, so I didn't know that much. I was just very, very open-minded. You know, I'm naturally that way, and I was very happy to go along with whatever was thrown at me, really. And the same applies for NBG. You know, it's an adventure. It really is an adventure, and I think it's very difficult to communicate outside of the group, what that really means. I was trying to explain to a friend at the weekend, and she said, "Oh, I don't think that's for me yet." But I thought, matter of time. You'll be in. We'll get you in. I'm like a ref.
No, I mean, I run quite a bit, and I run, you know, doing it all safely, but I run with friends, and we talk about it, you know, and it's great to talk to other people, and there is a definite interest there. And, you know, I've noticed where I share Andy's sort of lives and stuff, that, you know, other people are watching it that are within my friend set, which excites me, because it's far more than just being alcohol free. It's just that positive outlook on life, isn't it? And
very much so.
Yeah, I found it, you know, calling it the consistency, the 6 pillars. And I think I said before, when the actual sort of playing a game or scoring myself out of 10 wasn't really the sort of thing that I would naturally get involved in. And but it's been a really interesting way of looking at enhancing your performance, really, doesn't it? It makes you think.
Absolutely. It's you keep repeating all the words, don't you, that Andy says, but they're so accurate. You know, you're optimizing yourself.
Yeah. Do you know,
every single day.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, me being sort of like trying to sort of present something is not really my bag. But Andy's given me the confidence. But you know why? Because he really just copies all of the best people, you know, and he's kind of open about it, you know. But he's not a copy. He is damn good. But
yeah, agreed.
The thing is, with the message, it's a simple message, and if you want to, I mean, the 4 pillars, 5 pillars, 6 pillars, most of the top people in the wellness world have got that structure, and it makes sense, doesn't it? You know, so
yes, it does.
If you're going to turn up every day with intention, if you can get all them baseline things, then it's a case of, right, where can I go from there?
That's the foundation, because you can't build on anything without it. That's how I see it. You know, you can't do the fitness if you haven't got the sleep and the nutrition, and, you know, they're all linked. We know that now. but equally it's easy to lose sight of them and have one kind of tail off a bit one week, and then you don't sort of get back on it straight away. And if you start really thinking about your goals and you're journaling them, you're using these tactical ways of figuring out what you want to do, you can kind of lose sight of the pillars. So you're multitasking.
Yes.
It's like learning a new profession. It's like learning a new way to think, a new way to behave. It's an awful lot to do, but it's very invigorating, so uplifting. And watching everyone in the group, we've said that before. I know.
I mean, hopefully, I'm going to get most of them on in the coming weeks, and sort of try to get them out there. So the concept of this was really, I was fascinated by the people I met, and I thought, like, these are true life stories. This is interesting stuff. It's like when we did our first introductory Zooms, you meet these people and you think, kind of, they're more interesting than you see on soap operas. They're real life, and you get the shy ones, and then the shy ones become really brave, and they're dyeing their hair different colours, and
and then there's you.
There's me too. I might have been a shy person on day one. I'm not so sure, but
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. So goals, and I think you changed a little bit. I remember that there was a little bit of a twist in what you was going to do, and maybe we was all probably had a goal. I mean, my one may have been, buy a nice car or something, and then Andy sort of straight away said, "Look, you need to aim high." So, did you sort of have that sort of like semi-goal, and then it got bigger, or was it the other way around, or?
I think the goals hadn't been established in my head. So I knew I wanted to write. I knew I wanted to have a wellness business. I didn't really know what that looked like. Sorry. And I knew that I'd got a fitness goal, but I hadn't really appreciated that I could be doing them sort of side by side.
Yeah.
And I could just put them in order, and I could change the order. It doesn't have to be set in stone. It's good to have clarity and put timelines on things, but I can move them around and not have huge unachievable pressure. So I started with thinking I was going to be a Pilates instructor, which I probably still will be, and I'll finish that course. I'm loving it, but that's not where I'm going to finish. It was that moonshot word, and I thought, penny drop. Oh my word. It's not what I thought it was. It's different. It's bigger. For me, it's bigger. It's much bigger. And I definitely want to write books, and I really want to write a screenplay. I want to write a comedy about my bonkers family. There's all sorts of things that I want to do. And now it makes me think, well, maybe I won't do it when I'm 85. Maybe I'll do it now. Maybe I'll stop talking about it and do it.
I sense that was a danger. That was a danger of me. I've talked about getting in the game, and that's what I intend to do. And that's probably what I did with this, because I sort of stumbled across that. I was interested in coaching, and I think because of some of the feedback I was getting from people saying, "Oh, you'll be a fantastic coach" and stuff. And I was like, "Would I? I don't know." But it's like it's given me that confidence, and but I didn't just want to do the training and look at, I'm going to do it 2, 3, 4 years, because I could drift out of it. I want to get involved now.
Yes, I totally get that. I want to go and go back to uni. Uni didn't work for me when I was 18. I want to do that, but I don't want to take 6, 8, 9 years over it. I want to do it now, and I want to do the Arete way now.
And you got something. You're in the course, the Arete way.
Yes, and I'm really, really thrilled about that, because initially I didn't think that was me, but what I didn't realise was that it was a limiting belief. I thought, I can't do that because there'll be somebody better doing that. And then actually, no, why can't that be me? And I would like to do that.
It's funny with the limiting beliefs, because I've had loads of them, and they're gone now, and it's like there is just no stopping me. You think like, I could do that, and it's and that's a lovely way of looking at life. It's completely different, and that's available for everyone. And I think that's the that what we've seen within the group. 40 people, all very different, different ages, different nationalities, different sexes, and I think everyone's convinced, even the people that it's taken a bit of time, and
absolutely. Confidence is such an important thing, and to be able to say that your limiting beliefs are something that are actually behind you, instead of something that you're learning to manage, which I think a lot of us are. I accept the fact that mine are probably here to stay, but I'll have good tools for the job to manage them. But it's nice that, that you can say, well, actually, I'll say goodbye to a lot of that. And then you're focusing your time on doing this stuff instead of we're thinking, oh gosh, maybe I can't, move on from that.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of listening to podcasts and about self-development, and but you can kind of almost become that's all you do rather than actually live it.
Yes.
So, getting this uncomfortable action, and I think what I've realised with people who are doing their lives, which is kind of just like it's a weird new sort of 2021 thing, I guess, with Zoom and where we are, but that gives the people the confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I did a miniature one in the Office Athlete again this morning, and I felt sort of slightly more comfortable with it, and that was a nice feeling. So there's all these little tiny mini gains, mini wins, mini penny drop moments, and it all stacks up towards the new you, doesn't it?
Yeah. So getting in the game. I mean, you showed everyone to do that because you talking about opening a wellness centre, which we'll talk about a little bit in a minute. But we was doing some movement stuff, and you went straight ahead and did your own gym class and filmed it. It was very professional. It really was, and that was the good thing. So that confidence, could you imagine you doing this time last year?
No, not at all. And that's something that has all come off the back of the marathon, and I keep talking about that because it's nothing to do with running. It's to do with the confidence it gave me, and it made me realize that I could do more with my body. It was capable of more than I realized, and then my brain has got more to give. So doing the Pilates and doing the boot camp and the fitness is something that makes me mentally happy, but it helps you push yourself out of a mental block or a mental zone that you find yourself in. No, I definitely wouldn't have said, right, chaps, come and do my exercise class. And I really love it. I want to do it over and over. It just happens that we're really busy at the minute doing all this stuff, but I shall carry on and keep it going, and it'll be part of the wellness business.
And so it's a big word, and it's a big sort of umbrella of different things. Have you got a specific aim, and is that clear in your mind?
It's a really good question because it keeps changing. I'm still journaling about it. I'm still doing the research. How does it look in my mind? And that is changing quite a lot at the moment. But overall, I want it to be a workshop experience here because I've got the facility here. I'd like it to be an outdoor thing. I'd like to have guest speakers, thinkers. I'd like people to come and benefit from people's knowledge and have an uplifting Saturday or an uplifting weekend, use accommodation providers nearby, and do some fitness, do some yoga maybe, but definitely have thinkers. It's all about the thinkers, I think, and the people that know what they're talking about. I don't think it's me. That's what I'm really saying. Initially, it was going to be me delivering something. Sure. And now I've realised that I need to move out the way and let, the experienced professional people come in. Yeah. And I'll essentially be a host. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, yeah, it'd be nice that if everyone from hosts to actual main speakers has got that same, the way of the positivity, really. It'd be really nice for them. So it's more than just being a CEO and paying for it. You're actually living it as well, which is good. But
absolutely. Yeah.
You're in Shropshire, which most people know if you're living in England. It's absolutely beautiful part of the world. And
it is. Yeah.
I've been really lucky to visit a few times, and I always think it's just as beautiful as the Lake District, but nowhere near as busy. So that's the way I look at the place.
Well, it's a really good compliment because we used to run holiday lets on our farm about 6 years ago, and people would come and they'd say, we just didn't know where Shropshire was. It's like the Miranda quote, where's Shropshire? Well, we're the landlocked county in the middle. Yeah. But it is stunning and it's not busy. Exactly. That's a really good way of putting it. And there's a lot to do here, a lot of activities.
And the market for a wellness, a wellness centre, right?
Absolutely. And, we're in a really nice spot. We're right on the border of Worcestershire. So we're up on a hill, on a day like today. It's now beautiful. It wasn't earlier. I think it would be just so lovely to sit up the top and look out across the hills and have some kind of meditative experience or have a talk or do an exercise class. I've got to work it out, but I know it'll happen and it'll be a very restorative service, and I know who I'm going to offer it to for free. and it'll be a paid business too. It'll be a company. It'll be profitable.
Yeah.
But I want it to give back. I really do. That'll be one of the main elements of it.
Yeah.
That's
something that I want to do with the coaching, and I'm lucky that I think, like yourself, I've got a business which is quite sustainable anyway, but it gives back to a certain extent, but the joy of giving to others is nice, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think that the coaching has come along for me sort of later on in this process, so now I'm factoring that in to see, where will I be amongst that? Will I be somebody that can offer a really good quality service? And then eventually, will I have a psychology degree behind me to add to that, which is what ultimately I hope.
Well, you will.
So yeah, there's a lot of goals.
Yeah. And so timescale. So we're all booking, we may be let out soon, and we're going to be on holiday. So when are we looking? Have you got any idea in this sort of structure?
I think that I could make things happen near the end of the summer. I think things could happen this year.
Excellent.
And I think it's really key. Andy said actually on the back of my first live, just keep it small, keep it low key. Just doesn't have to be this huge, big launch of a thing. Just make it small and take small steps. So I've really taken that on board.
Yeah.
And I've got time to do my homework, and I've got time to plan it.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, you don't have to be throwing everything at it and telling everyone how wonderful it is, because
no.
I mean, that's like, I've been thinking about that, and this is about when we're talking now, not judge. I've never been one to judge others, but you just shouldn't judge yourself either. You should have that. You've got to be kind to yourself, got to be brave, and what's the worst going to happen if it fails? At least you tried.
I know, and I've spent 6 weeks writing that down.
and you've got I've seen some a little bit of the setting there, and it's stunning, and you've got a few animals there, and there's one that sort of a few of us kind of sort of taken a liking to, a alpaca, I believe it is.
I know, Melv.
So how did Melvin come into your life?
So Melvin was a throwout. I met a farmer who didn't want him anymore, and I mean, really and truly, it was a very, very, very drunken lunch a couple of years ago, and I said, "Oh, I'll have him." And then he arrived a month later, and I thought, "Oh no." But he's just so lovely. He lives with my little Shetland, and they're essentially sort of decoration on the hill. But I go and chat to them every day, and I look after them. And he's got a lovely home. But he did turn into a bit of an office athlete, sort of mini mascot, didn't he? So I brought him along this morning, to the MBG. And
I like that. Yeah, we'll have some. We all need one of those.
We all need one of those. And in fact, he's buddied up with a lady. I think her name is Justine, and she has a horse. So Melv's got a chum in the MBG. So there we are. It's a good start. Yeah.
And before we talk about the Mind Body Gym, MBG, blog. You talked about writing in a blog.
Yes. So years ago, I wrote a blog. That's another story. Talk about that another time. But one of the things that came out of that blog was that lots of people said, "Oh, I think you're quite a good writer. Why don't you, write?" And I said, "Oh, no, I can't do that. That's not my thing." And then I realized in the course that, yes, it is my thing, and it's something that I've really missed doing. And I enjoy it, and I can do it, and I've started it. I mean, I can't believe I've started it. I nearly swore there. Hold on.
That's all right.
Yeah, I really, really started to write and just love it again. So I need to carry on doing that. It's a cathartic thing too with lockdown. I'm missing my friends. I'm missing people.
Yeah.
I'm missing all the things everyone else is missing. Yeah. So it certainly ticks a box, but I suspect it will be ongoing. And in fact, I set up my website this morning.
Oh, really? Excellent.
Yes, I did. And I've now just got to get over that fear of launching it and pressing the button. It frightens me to death. I don't know why, but it does. It's silly, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, again, what can go wrong? I mean, I've just launched something similar with just like a Facebook group, and which I hope is going to build to something, kind of big one day. But I could keep messing around with it in the background, but just get it out there, and
I know
you can tweak it. I mean, there's so many websites and blogs and everything out there, and it's free for everyone. And that's what this platform is like, just via recording.
Yes.
Press a button onto YouTube. If anyone watches it, then great. And I think that's what I've learned most from the course, about the connection and the power of it. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I think I said before that I'm always a very outwardly going, talkative person, but I wait for people to talk to me rather than making that connection. And I found that it's really opened up just a happier world, really. You know, not
Well,
just
that was week one for you, wasn't it? Because you rang a friend. You
yeah,
said,
exactly.
somebody I know, I'm going to pick up that phone and I'm going to sort that out.
Yeah.
And it just made you feel launched, didn't it? Remember that?
It was the moment, yeah. And it was like, you know, again, on the course, you get a challenge for the day, and that was one of it. And I was like, I'm not going to text this person. I'm going to make the phone call, which it was like, why is a phone scary? But for a lot of people, and I think a lot of guys, actually, it is really. But
it's quite personal now, somehow, the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I kind of text people and say, can I ring you at 1? You know, I need an appointment to ring. It's silly,
isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. And obviously in the current situation, that making that connection is so important. I think, you know, obviously that we're all missing the intimate connections with wider family and friends. But you can make that connection, even if it is by joining groups like this or social media, or, you know, so many different ways of doing it.
Absolutely. And I said again, way back week 1, feels like forever ago, doesn't it? That I hadn't realized that my life was in the screens. I just, you know, I spent all my time saying, let's put the phones away, let's put the screens away. But there's a whole new world in there that I need to be part of. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to connect to anybody in any meaningful way.
No.
You know, this group's provided that.
Good. And yeah, I think I do love social media, and I try to have like a tech-free day yesterday. And it's like, and I was nowhere near as much on it, but it does pull you in, and
yeah, it does.
Yeah, I like it, and I think, but if you can place it a bit, that's good, and that's something I'm intending to do. So Mind Body Gym, we're both entered at the same time, and so it's you summarize it. You tell me what you think it is.
So at a glance, and I haven't done today's task yet, I think it's going to be, obviously it's the next stage. So we go upwards, don't we? We do more, think more, have more people to engage with.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be quite a challenge initially, going forward from office athletes.
Yeah.
But the way I see it at the moment, and that really is without looking very carefully at it yet, because I just haven't had a chance to yet, I think that we're going to benefit mostly by going over these resources. So you do the learning, then you revisit it. You do the learning, revisit it, and then listen to the speakers, take that on board. It's an ongoing journey, isn't it? And I don't see this ending for me at all.
No.
I really can't see it ending. I think it's something that has got to be part of my life. In your live this morning, you said, I've got to sort my time out. When am I going to do all this stuff?
Yeah.
And the answer is it is doable, but it means that we've got to push the time wasting aside.
Definitely.
And put this stuff in its place. And you and I will be, you know, we'll have to pummel ourselves over that because it's tough.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I guess it's maximizing, you know, so our self-development, if you maximize your time, you know, there's only 24 hours in the day anyway, but get rid of all the waste, keep the stuff that really matters. That is definitely the most important part. Get rid of all the fluff. And you know, imagine what we've learned in 6 weeks, what we're going to learn in another 6 or 6 months, 6 years, you know, it's endless.
Absolutely. And, you know, you've got your new group as well to do, to lead. I think it all links in, but I'm in your camp, which is I've just got to work out where I fit in amongst it all. That takes time. But I'm like you, I'm really committed to it.
Yeah.
And I can see what it's going to bring, but got to be strict with the time, because there are people in my household other than me.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got to do that too.
Finally, on a sort of like self-development, where coming in where you was and where you are now, so out of 10, where do you think you are? What score would you give you out of 10?
Well, it sounds smug, but I do feel I'm a 9.
Okay.
I really do think I'm a 9. It kind of fluctuated along the way. You know, there was a week when I just felt a bit crushed and I couldn't figure my way out. But now I'm definitely a 9. I just feel epic. Get up in the morning really early, smash through all my journaling, fitness, eating the right stuff. I'm just so on it, you know. I'm just going to bore people. Once I'm let out, I'm going to be boring everybody to death. I can already see who's dodging me on Facebook. It's really funny.
Yeah. Here comes the 9 lady.
Wait for it. Here comes the 10. So yeah, genuinely a 9. I think once I've got a little bit of consistency going with the blog, I think I'll be a 10 then. And then I'll be able to move to the next thing, planning the wellness business.
Yeah, that's good. It's good that it's a 10 in sight. And
yeah, it is in sight.
I wrote something yesterday, and it was sort of saying, if you're a moaner and a whinger and a whiner, you're not welcome here. But I think, those people, they can find their place. We're the 9s and 10s. This is where we need to be. And yeah, I'm sure you're going to be a 10. I really, Sarah, I think so many people on this course are going to succeed, and I'm really excited that I'm hoping I'm going to have lots of places to visit over the coming years of all these people with their successful businesses and new lives. And actually, I shouldn't say it's a new life; it's just a better life of the existing one, probably.
Yeah, it is.
And so I'm looking forward to coming and meeting you in real life one time in Shropshire.
Absolutely, it's going to happen.
And,
yes, you're going to be in your camper van.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't wait to get that out. That is going to be the best thing ever.
Oh my word, it's going to be a road show.
Yeah. See if we can get around them all. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Right.
Via the Alps, Norway. Where have we got to go? It's a long list.
Norway. We've got to go America, and I think there's people from Australia in the Mind Body Gym. So yeah, it's a big world.
Yeah.
And,
tick. You're in charge.
And Arete Way. This is the exciting place. So I think, we'll catch up again once we're on that. But how mysterious and mystical and beautiful does that sound, that journey, So I'm on it. Right.
It's great to see you, Gary, and thank you.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy our chat?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. It was epic.
And if there's anyone else from our group that that you sort of, they may be hesitant to coming on, any advice? Was this?
Oh, no. Shall I tell you who I think we should get on next?
Go on,
you. I think we should get Madeline on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because Madeline's started her Instagram, as you said.
Yeah.
And she was really nervous because we chatted on the text.
Yeah.
We're just thinking too deeply about it, messing about. Why don't we just get on with it? And here I am 2 weeks later, still faffing, and she's on it, doing it.
Oh, her Instagram is excellent, and
really good.
I'm very confident talking to you all, actually, because I think you've all got a fantastic story. Madeline will be absolutely perfect. I've got a few in the bag actually already. Yeah.
Have you? You got them lined up?
Yeah, no. We've got some. I've approached.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I like the secret.
So yeah, I'm keeping it a bit of a secret, and then at some stage, the big one is to try to get Andy on here and have a.
You've got to do that. Yeah, you're under pressure. You've got to get.
Actually,
you've got to nail that.
My dream is to have Andy and Rich roll in the same room, and that would be.
Oh my God!
If I can do a triple with that,
do it.
I've hit the moon, So.
Yeah, that's the moonshot.
Yeah. Right. We're breaking up a little. We'll catch you again another time. Yeah. See you in the Mind Body.
Thanks so much, Gary. Lots of.
See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Cheers.